Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Atherosclerosis is a slowly progressive disease of large to medium-sized vascular arteries and large elastic arteries characterized by elevated focal antemal fibrofatty plaques formation. Deposition of lipids with proliferation of fibrous connective tissue cells in the inner walls of the arteries. Principal vessel effectors are large vessels including abdominal aorta, descending thoracic aorta, internal carotid arteries. Medium to smaller arteries affected popliteal arteries, coronary arteries, circle of Willis in brain. Atheroma may preceded by fatty streaks that are entemal collection of lipid-laden macrophages and smooth muscle cells occurring in persons as young as 1 year of age. Disease typically manifests in later life as the vessel lumen is compromised and predisposing to thrombosis and underlying media is thinned, predisposing to aneurysm formation. Anatomy of vessels. Arterial vessel comprises of three walls: adventitia, outer layer adventitious composed of connective tissues, nerve fibers, and mast cells. Inner layer called tunica media is composed of muscular layer, muscles layer. Inner layer composed of further three layers: connective tissues, layer of muscles, and layer of endothelial cells. Now the biochemical aspects of atherosclerosis. Formation of fatty streaks, necrotic tissues, and free lipids ladens later represents an accumulation of lipids laden macrophages or foam cells in the subantimal space. Streaks are visible as a yellow white linear streaks that bulges towards the antimal spaces. Streaks are initiated when one or more non-vascular risk factors for atherosclerosis, all of which have a potential to increase the vascular endothelial cells, to injure the vascular endothelial cells, reach a critical threshold at the site of further future lesions. These are the vascular risk factors in cardiac heart diseases. One or more of these vascular risk factors have a potential to injure the vascular endothelial cells. These includes elevated intra-arterial pressure, arterial hypertension, elevated circulating level of various lipids such as LDL, chylomicron remnants, and VLDL remnants, or a low level of HDL high density lipoproteins, cigarette smoking, diabetes mellitus, coronary elevation in blood, chronic elevation in blood glucose level, high circulating level of vasoconstricting octapeptide called angiotensin 2 and others, So the resulting insults to endothelial cells may trigger these cells to secrete adhesive molecules that binds to circulating monocytes and slow their movements. Formation of fatty streaks results resulting in insults to endothelial cells that may trigger these cells to secrete adhesive molecules that bind to circulating monocytes and slow their movements. Now, monocytes accumulates between the endothelial cells. This accumulation of monocytes resembles the classical inflammatory response to the injury. Now, monocytes transformed into macrophages that migrates through the spaces between the endothelial cells. Now, macrophages enters the subantimal space under the influence of chemoattractant cytokines. Under the influence of chemoattractant cytokines by vascular cells in response to exposure of oxidatively modified fatty acids of lipoproteins, especially LDL. After entering in subantimal spaces, macrophages can replicate and exhibit augmented expression of receptors that recognize oxidatively modified lipoproteins LDL. Macrophages bound receptors are highly has high capacity and low specificity receptors called scavenging receptors. Oxidatively modified fatty acids with LDL, oxidized LDL, they attach on the scavenging receptors above placed above than macrophages leads to internalized oxidatively modified fatty acids from LDL into macrophages to become a foam cells. Now these foam cells accumulates and deformed overlining endothelium causing a microscopic separation between the endothelial cells. Now exposing these foam cells in underlying extracellular matrix to the blood. Exposed areas serve as a site for platelet adhesion and aggregation. Activated platelet secrete cytokines that perpetuate this process, increase potential for thrombus clot formation. As the evolving plaque matures, a fibrous cap forms over it, expanding the roof which is now bulges into the vascular lumen, thereby partially occluding it. Vascular smooth muscles now migrates from the tunica media to the subantimal spaces and secrete additional plaque material, matrix material. Also secrete a metalloproteases that causes thinning the fibrous cap near its elbow at the periphery of the plaque. Now this thinning process progresses until the fibrous cap ruptured and allowing the plaque contents to physically contact the procoagulant elements present in the circulation. This leads to a acute thrombus formation. If this thrombus completely occluded the remaining lumen of the vessel, an infarction of tissue may occur, leads to a myocardial infarction. Finally, high intraluminal shear forces develop in these thinning or eroded areas of plaques. Results a fibrous cap including macrophages to secrete an additional metalloproteases that further degrade the arterial fibrous caps matrix. This contribute a further plaque rupture leads to a thrombosis formation. Consequences of macrovascular ischemic events, that is, acute myocardial infarction or acute cerebrovascular accident or strokes may occur. Now, hypercholesterolemia. Plasma cholesterol level at birth, cord blood below 2.5 millimoles per liter, about 100 milligrams per deciliter. Level rises slowly, most, mostly during the first year of life, but do not usually exceed 4 millimoles per liter, about 160 milligrams per deciliter in children. Most affluent population, plasma concentration again rises progressively after the second decade, more in men than in women during the reproductive years, as high as 8.5 millimoles per liter. That is, the cholesterol may be exceeded up to 330 milligrams per deciliter in fifth and sixth decades. Progressive rise in plasma cholesterol reflects a decreased concentration of LDL receptors in the liver. Because of these factors, the term plasma cholesterol level has a little significance. Risk of cardiovascular diseases increase as the plasma cholesterol rises above 5.5 millimoles per deciliter, about 215 milligrams per deciliter. Causes of hypercholesterolemia. Hypercholesterolemia with little or no elevation of triacylglyceraldehyde is almost always due to raised of LDL level. Coexistence of underlying genetic defect or the development of a disorder that affect LDL level that will cause a greater increase in plasma cholesterol with age. The main disorders that may produce a secondary increase in plasma LDL and total cholesterol includes hypothyroidism, diabetes mellitus, nephrotic syndrome, and cholestasis. Occurrence of hypercholesterolemia in families often associated with an increased risk of ischemic heart disease suggests an inherited disorders. Environmental and dietary factors may determine the expression of the defect. Def- Xanthomas are relatively rare but increase in cardiovascular diseases. In the following two disorders with moderate to severe hypercholesterolemia, the pattern of inheritance is autosomal dominant. Two types of hypercholesterolemia: familiar combined hypercholesterolemia and familiar hypercholesterolemia. Familiar combined hypercholesterolemia common is associated with excessive hepatic production of apolipoprotein B and therefore of LDL. Plasma VLDL level in familiar combined hypercholesterolemia are high because of associated primary or secondary increase in triacylglyceraldehyde synthesis. There is no increase in triacylglyceraldehyde in another third whose only LDL level is raised. Increased triacylglyceraldehyde level may cause eruptive xanthomata. Now, familiar hypercholesterolemia. Familiar hypercholesterolemia due to a deficiency of LDL receptors results in reduced uptake of LDL by cells, resulting in the liver, especially particularly in the liver, resulting in increased plasma LDL and increased plasma cholesterol level. Plasma triacylglyceraldehyde level in this case are normal or only slightly raised. It is most lethal of the inherited disorders. In homozygous LDL receptors, 100% of LDL receptors are absent or non-functional, are virtually absent, and the plasma LDL cholesterol level are 3 or 4 times higher than in normal subjects. Patients rarely survive beyond the age of 20 because of ischemic heart disease. In heterozygous families, the number of LDL receptors is reduced about 50%. It means 50% is remains functional and 50% non-functional, and the plasma levels are about twice those in a normal subject. 10 to 20 folds higher risk of ischemic heart disease. Signs and symptoms in hypercholesterolemia leads to a tendinous xanthometas located above the hands. Xantholaschmia develop in early childhoods under the eyelids in homozygotes, but only after second decades in heterozygous families. Now the treatment of hypercholesterolemia. Bile acids sequestrants should be used, such as cholestyramine. Bile acid sequestrants should be used, such as cholestyramine. Binds cholestyramine binds bile acids in the gut, prevents their reabsorption, and so promotes their excretion. They are used in the treatment of hypercholesterolemia. Assignment: outline the mechanism by which the oxidized LDL leads to a plaque formation in the arterial wall. What is hypercholesterolemia? Enumerate the types of hypercholesterolemia, how hypercholesterolemia managed.